What you think of Joey tonight?
I thought overall Joey, he battled today. I thought his command was a little off. Made pitches when he needed to. Obviously wasn't getting hit hard, but they made him throw a lot of pitches. And, but we saw some really good stuff out of Joey today. Gave us 5 strong, gave us a chance to win.
Remember you talking about situational hitting about a week and a half ago before the All-Star break. And you weren't freaking out or anything, but can you say about what you guys have done in the last week or so when it comes to situational hitting?
Yeah, last night aside, I feel like we've done a great job of just taking what the pitcher gives us in big spots. We talk a lot about relaxing. The pressure's on the pitcher. Those are the spots where they're feeling like they have to be perfect. So they're trying to get you to chase. They're trying to get you to expand, and that's where we really have to zone in and look for those pitches out over the plate to lift to the outfield and make things happen. Our guys have been great at that.
Big difference in a guy like Rocchio in those situations in your mind.
Roque looks under control to me. He's not overswinging. He's trying to drive the ball to the middle of the field and then letting the pitch dictate where it goes from there. And Rocchio's had some huge hits. That safety squeeze tonight was huge. And we've seen him struggle with that earlier in the year. So he's playing with a lot of confidence right now, defensively, on the bases, hitting. It's just fun to see Rocchio being Rocchio.
Like 500 at the 100-game mark, just kind of how would you assess where the team's at this point after the ups and downs?
I love where we're at. Obviously you want to be higher up, you want to have more wins, but given the way that this first 3.5, almost 4 months has gone, we have a 62-game season left. Let's go. Let's not stop. Our guys have been playing great baseball for the last 2 weeks. And like we said, even during that 10-game stretch, we weren't playing horrible. That's why we just have to stay the course, continue to work, continue to get better. Our starting pitching has been great. The bullpen's been great. Defense has been great. Hitting's been great. We got to keep it rolling.
Do you know what happened with the Santana at bat where Stallings, I think, called timeout, but they didn't explain?
Stallings called time. I think Bellino tried to explain it, but it didn't pick up on the stadium mic. So, Stallings had called time. That's why Carlos backed out. So, therefore, it was a disengagement.
What's impressed you so much
About Angel?
He's swinging the right pitches. We've known Angel can hit like this. He's playing with a ton of confidence, but his swing decisions have just been great. Early in the year, really expanding, putting stuff in play weekly. He's still going to expand the zone. All of our guys do, but he's impacting the ball now, and he's finding hits. And man, Angel's he's been so steady these last few weeks. It's been really fun to see.
Is there anything to playing ahead? Like aside from last night, it feels like a lot during this stretch. You guys have been getting this lead and going from there.
Yeah, you want to strike first. You get momentum going. You punch right away. José hits that ball out of the yard. We feel good. We're like, all right, we got the lead. Let's go. Let's add on. When you're constantly playing catch up, which we've done a lot this year, it's tough. It's tough to get that momentum going, and that's a testament to our pitching. Our pitching has just been great, keeping the other team off the scoreboard, and our guys are scoring early right now.
What's it like to have Ramirez sitting there in the number 3 spot in the first inning, and the last 2 games just puts you back in the game and gives you an immediate lead?
And believe it or not, I love José hitting in the 3-hole. Who wouldn't? So it's incredible. We get to watch one of the best players in the world every single night, and I don't take that for granted at all. And he's one of the most consistent, best all-around baseball players in our game.
What do you like about the safety squeeze? That was a safe. That was.
It's you can't defend it. If you put a good bunt down, you can't defend it. Kurtz made a great play on it the other day. That's the first time, we've recorded an out when we've gotten the bunt down. So it's a play where you literally can't defend it because the first baseman has to hold the runner on. You can't vacate third base early with the third baseman. And you get the bunt down and not right at the pitcher, you can't defend it. So
what's the runner's job at third?
To read down angle. So as soon as you read down angle off the bat, you're taking off. So you're not running on the pitch. You're running once they bunt it down angle. Jonesy got a great jump on that bunt tonight.
What do you think of Cade?
And you came out and talked to him. I know was his pitches about 21, 22, I believe.
Yeah, he was about 22, 23 pitches. And, the first 2 hitters made him throw 16, 17 pitches. They had great at-bats off of him, Westberg and Henderson. So I just wanted to make sure that Cade was feeling okay. We don't like to push our guys much past 20, let alone 25. And with only 1 out in the inning, I wanted to buy time to get Clase going for a 4-out save tonight if we needed it. But also, I just wanted to check in on him. He's been battling stuff all year, and just want to make sure and check in. And he definitely reassured me he was good to go.
What do you think of Sobrowski?
He was outstanding again. I mean, the one curveball to Laureano, he left up a little bit, but Eric's been just locked down for us. His fastball's real. His command, he's been throwing strikes. And he's a guy you can throw 4 or 5 outs like that. He can throw 20, 25 pitches any given day. So what the job that Eric and Kate did tonight was unbelievable.
Joey, we keep hearing from Carl and from Vogt just about your stuff and how well it plays. Where is your confidence growing as you continue to start with how good your stuff plays to major league hitters?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a couple outings now that, the more I'm filling up the zone, the more I'm challenging guys, good things are going to happen. And I think, obviously being in the starting role again, it's like, hey, understanding you got to pitch deep into games and got to fill up the strike zone. And that's something that we're always going to work on. Obviously, I didn't pitch as deep into the game as I want to, but it's understanding, hey, like, you got to challenge guys early and you got to force them to make decisions, be competitive with a lot of your pitches. And then good things are going to happen. Like, yeah, I got, a lot of the breaking balls and the off speeds I'm throwing are doing really well. And then throwing fastballs to good spots when it's time to throw a fastball. So, the stuff plays and it's just me continuing to use it in the strike zone.
Where'd that double play ball hit you? They said it glanced off.
No, it didn't hit me. It just barely missed me, which thank God that did. That was huge. That was one of the nicest double plays we turned all season. So that obviously was huge.
What do you think starting the season in a reliever role, how do you think that's helped you going forward? What did you learn that maybe has helped you now?
Yeah, I think, at the end of the day, it's baseball and it's pitching, and but I think, getting in there and understanding, hey, you don't know how many pitches you're going to have, you don't know how many hitters you're going to have, you got to fill it up from strike one, pitch one, and kind of having that sense of urgency when you get into a ball game. And I think I've done that at times, and then obviously today, some of those 2-out walks, and those walks kind of hurt me and didn't get the pitches deep into the game as I wanted to, and bullpen did a good job, but I think being in the bullpen early in the year, it's like, hey, you don't know how long you got, like the urgency from pitch one, pitch after pitch. So yeah.
Adjustment, this is my opinion, what adjustment do you have to make when maybe you're not getting a low strike call early that you have to make?
Just make the adjustment better and fill up the zone more. Like, I think, anybody that's watching the game, like, it's that's the name of the game, especially as a starting pitcher, like filling up the zone, letting your defense work, like getting on and off the field quickly. I think we saw that with Gavin. We saw that with Slade. We saw that with Tanner. Did a great job of that yesterday, especially after he settled in. That's what makes like a really good starting pitcher in this league, and that's what allows like the team to win ball games and rest that bullpen. And that's really like all I want to do, and I'm watching those guys do it, and it's like, okay, this is the kind of strike quality we need. This is what we need to do, pitch into the 6th and 7th inning every time. So that's something I'm working towards.
Did you feel fully stretched out before this one, or what does 95 do for you going forward?
Yeah, I mean, it obviously, no, I feel great, and I think we slowly added that pitch count up, and now it's like, okay, it's full go. Let's try to, like I said, get 6 or 7 innings every time we're out there and give some length. But yeah, body feels good, and I think every time out, it's just continuing to make adjustments, like we said, and get better.
How important was it for you to get out of the inning with the bases loaded with only 1 run?
Yeah, that was huge. Tight ball game. Obviously, offense is doing their job and getting on the board. And a couple of those walks hurt me and then falling behind. And I mean, that double play was huge. Like you don't want to give up runs. My job is to limit runs and get outs. Yeah, and that double play was huge. 1 run came across, and we were able to get Holiday to end the frame. That was huge.
As a young team and playing with Rocchio and playing with Angel, how cool is it, or what is it to see as they're as all you guys are kind of maturing at the same time?
Yeah.
What does that mean to you watching those guys?
I mean, I've gotten to play with them at majority of these levels the last couple of years, and Angel doing his thing, the bat and him playing everywhere on the field, and I think especially like seeing what he's doing in center field. Getting more reps out there, and that guy can play anywhere. And then Rocchio, I always tell him that guy's a Gold Glove shortstop. Like, he knows it. Everybody knows it. So they're doing special things, and obviously it's huge for this team. Like, this team needs those guys to do what they're doing, and they're doing it, and that's why we're winning ball games.
What's the temperature in there? We're just going 10 of 12 after the losing streak. Like, how are you guys feeling right now?
I think, you know, obviously I came in and saw a couple of those last few games that losing streak, but I don't think guys were too down. Like, I think everyone had that optimism and everyone kind of knew, hey, that's the ebbs and flows of a season. It's a long year. It takes a long time to have a bad year. It takes a long time to have a good year, and you kind of just you take your time and you take the punches each day. And I think, you know, like you said, the last 2 weeks and coming out of the break with some of these wins, you know, I think, you know, the guys expected it, and, you know, no one was really stressing or pressing. And, you know, when we fill up the strike zone and the offense obviously is doing what they're doing, this is a team that's capable of everything, as we know. So it's fun to see.
So, y aquí te iba a dar un bueno de pie, mira, porque.
José, what's impressed you about what you guys have been able to do offensively the last 10 games?
Creo que te ha llamado la atención de lo que el equipo ha podido hacer ofensivamente en los últimos 10 juegos.
¿Qué me ha llamado la atención?
Sí.
No, el enfoque que tienen y los muchachos trabajando duro están y me alegra de que esté sucediendo las cosas. Sabemos que esto es una temporada larga y suceden cosas, pero le damos gracias a Dios por el momento que estamos ahora.
Just the focus, especially for the younger guys, how they be able to focus for the game and you know, happy for the results. Sometimes you don't get the results you want because, you know, it's a long season, but happy for the way how they play in the game.
What do you think of where the team is at through 100 games, especially just how well you guys have played since the losing streak?
Estamos en la marca de 100 juegos. ¿Qué piensa del equipo, especialmente después de pasar esa racha negativa?
Es normal, ¿sabes? Nadie quiere pasar por una racha así, pero en el juego eso pasa y lo único que hay que salir todos los días con la frente en alto a tratar de ganar, ¿sabes? Igual el equipo contrario también quiere ganar y nada, lo que hay que seguir para adelante.
It's just normal. I feel that's baseball, you know, like obviously those things are going to happen, the bad streaks are going to happen, but you know, you always have to come with your head up and try to win the next game ahead of you because you know the other team is also trying to do that as well, so just keep going.
Jose, what did the break do for you? I think you've hit like 4 home runs in the last 5 games.
¿Qué ha hecho para ti el descanso, el break que has podido producir de la manera que has producido desde ahí en los últimos juegos?
Un descanso siempre le hace bien al cuerpo de uno, ya que yo soy un jugador que juego todos los días, he jugado con molestia, dolor, y un descanso sí es muy importante.
I think resting is very important for you when you play every day. There's always some discomfort, things that bother you, and I feel that rest was really important for me.
Well, how comfortable are you with the safety squeeze bunt and bunting overall? How comfortable are you with that?
I mean, that's my work. You know, like, I do everything for help.
Vaya, hablo español.
I do everything for help the team, bunting, hit and run, everything.
I love it.
What's the key to that, to get that bunt down?
Design. So,
No, o sea, como tú lo enfocas, como para ti la clave de poder ejecutar ese toque en esas situaciones que es tan difícil.
es algo que uno practica, ¿sabes? Yo salgo todos los días y siempre durante el VP, con la máquina, uno trabaja ese tipo de cosas. Y la perfección, la práctica hace la perfección.
Just practice, you know, we practice those things when we're out there, when we have the machine, and obviously, you know, practice makes perfect, so that's what we try to do every time we practice.
You looked a lot more comfortable up here since you came back. Do you feel more comfortable and like, physically, mentally, everything?
Yeah, 100%.
Jose, what does it mean to you to do 2020? I think you've done it, what, 7 years in your career?
¿Qué significa para ti hacer 2020? Ya lo has hecho 7 veces en tu carrera.
Sí, importante, ya lo dijo 7 veces, ya es nada, ¿sabes? Lo importante es que tratar de ayudar al equipo y ganar, eso ha sido mi enfoque siempre, no los números personales.
I mean, it's important, as you mentioned, 7 times is significant, but in reality, it doesn't matter the stats, it's just how can you help the team, and for me, that's the most important part.
6.
No. I'll save it.
But it's a side of your game that not many people can do with, you know, the combination of speed and power. And when did you feel like you were that kind of player, when you developed the kind of power to go with your speed? Because I think you've always been able to, you know, steal bases.
O sea, esa combinación de juegos no se consigue mucho. ¿Cuándo te diste tu cuenta que podías hacer las dos cosas? Porque obviamente siempre hemos sabido que puedes robar bases, pero también has desarrollado esa habilidad de sacar pelotas. ¿Cómo has logrado desarrollar esa habilidad de tener poder y velocidad?
Eso desde que yo tenía 10 años, yo hice 10-10. Desde que yo tenía 10 años en la liguita, ya yo venía haciendo esa cosa. O sea, le doy gracias a Dios por mantenerme saludable, que es lo más principal, y el trabajo fuerte que yo le dedico a este trabajo.
I think that's been my style since I was 10. I remember being in the little leagues doing 10 and 10, 10 homers, 10 stolen bases. So that's something that I continue doing and look forward to work towards doing those things, and that's part of my game, and I always try to execute that.
What can you learn from hearing him say that and watching what he does? I'm not saying that you can do it, but what do you learn in watching what he's doing?
I got, for me, the best third baseman in the league. So that's awesome to see him play every day.
All right.